Thank you very much, member. Recognize the member from Fredericton South.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And good afternoon, everybody, through you. It's a pleasure to stand on Bill 36, the Credit Unions Act, to speak to it and ask a question. I'm almost excited, well, equally as excited about this bill as I was about the Cooperatives Act bill. Good things are happening because, of course, credit unions are simply cooperative financial institutions. So once again, a great effort at moving the cooperative enterprise model forward in New Brunswick. And why? Well, because cooperatives, like credit unions, exist to serve their members and the community. They're not constrained by distant shareholders and corporate head offices. It's like our local bank managers do their best to serve their clients and the community, but they have those constraints on them. So it does create some limits for them, where that doesn't exist for cooperative financial institutions like credit unions. And so I guess my question is just this. Does the minister believe that this bill, if adopted as presented, will spur the growth of credit unions in New Brunswick?
Through the chair to the member opposite, is the bill going to spur the growth of credit unions in New Brunswick? I guess the answer would be it's going to contribute to competing in the world of banking, and it's going to contribute to sustainability. It's going to keep them up to date and able to deal in the modern world, I guess. Without this bill, they wouldn't have been able to compete, and it would have really... I'm afraid to say it might have spelled the end of credit unions in New Brunswick without this bill. The 30% savings and the regulatory costs alone are really needed. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Chair, I'll take that as a yes. It sounds to me like this moves the way for credit unions to not only continue but to grow, because. Mr. Chair, I firmly believe that the way forward for our province is through the nature of enterprises that we have, through locally based business enterprises, cooperative enterprises, social enterprises. That's the kind of economic development that really is going to make a difference for the future of our kids, and that's why it's so important to have these tools to support the development of these kinds of enterprises, and why it's important other initiatives be taken to support the development of locally owned business enterprises as well, and social enterprises, which is the one area we haven't seen too much yet from government. There's a great strategy that was presented 5 years ago now, I guess, that I know is just kind of vibrating on the shelf, shaking the dust off, waiting for the minister to seize it with his colleague, the Minister for Economic Development and Small Business, to chase social enterprise development as well in this province. So we'll be operating on the triple threat of economic development: locally owned small businesses, cooperative enterprises, and social enterprises. And you won't be able to stop us. Thank you to the Minister and his staff for his answer, and to you, Mr. Chair, for your good work.
Thank you very much, member. Are there any further questions? Seeing none. Minister, closing comments?
Thank you for the questions this afternoon. Thank you for the passion that you both showed, and to the other member as well, for the credit union system. And as the member from Fredericton South was just talking about the report, and I just asked, I said, let's dig it out. Let's take a look at it, and we'll find out what we can do, what we can make happen in that. And I appreciate the advice. So, fabulous staff. Mr. Chair, once again, my fabulous staff, Rick Hancox, Pierre Leblanc, Ella Jane Loomis, and Jamie Emons. So thank you to them. And that's it. That's it.